वन्दे गुरुपदद्वन्द्वं भक्तबिन्दसमन्वितं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे नित्यानन्दसहोदितं श्रीनन्दनन्दनं वन्दे राधिका चरणोदयं गोपीजनसमायुक्तं बिन्दावनं पाञ्चाकल्पतरुवस्य कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। वृन्दावै तुलसीदेव वै पिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्तिपदे देवी सत्त्ववत्त्वयि नमो नमः। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयो मुदीरये। संकीर्तने कृष्ण कथोपदेशे गौरीयपत्रस्य प्रकाशने च सदानुरक्तो गुरुभक्तियुक्तो भक्तिप्रमोदाक्ष जगोद्वरुण्य धैर्यं सदा परिभवग्नमविष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरञ्चनुतं शरण्यं भीतात्युहं वनुतपाल्भवाद्दिपूतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरुणारविन्दं यत्पादपल्लवनखचन्दमनिच्छटाय विस्फुरिजित किमपि गभवधू स्वदर्श पूर्णानुरागरससागरसारमूर्तिः साराधिकामयि कदा कृपां करोषि। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभुनितानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तबिंद श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तबिंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकावदात संकीर्तनैकवितरो कमलायताक्ष विश्वाम्बरो द्विजवरो जुगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमामि गंगे तव पादपङ्कजं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितो दिव्यरूपं भुक्तिं च मुक्तिं च ददासि नित्यं भावानुरूपेण सदा नरानं। गंगातरङ्गरमणीयजटाकलापं गौरी निरन्तरविभूषिः त्वमां भागं। नारायणो प्रियमनङ्गमदापहारं वाराणसीपुरपति भजवीशनाथं। वागीशजुष्वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्ति हृदये संवित् त्वं नृसिंहमहं भजे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bhavapavarga brahmato yada bhavijjanasya tarhi achyuta satsamagamaha satsangamajarhi tadaiva sadagato paravareshitaihi jayate matihi. Bhavapavargo brahmato yada bhavijjanasya tarhi achyuta satsamagamaha satsangamajarhi tadaiva sadagato Paravareshyatai jayate ratihi. Gauriya Goshtipati, Sri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Jagat Guru told, bonded soul can never get inspiration until and unless bonded soul can see a glowing example in front of them. In front of them, if there is no example, idealism, glowing idealism, in that case bonded souls so poor, they cannot get inspiration to do bhajan. It is not possible. Bhagavan is surely under the control of devotees. I am going to explain this sloka, then you can understand. Surely, Bhagavan is under the control of pure devotees. Though we know that devotees, they are Shakti Tattva, Gaura Shakti Sarupayo Rupanugo Varayate, we speak this way, Shakti Tattva. But still, Bhagavan is under the control of pure devotees. So, pure devotees, they are doing pure seva, and by the help of this seva, when pure devotees, they are doing pure seva from heart, then Bhagavan automatically become under the control of those devotees. So, according to this conception, we know that the devotees, they can keep Supreme Lord inside their heart under control. If devotees, they are not powerful, then how they can serve Bhagavan by the help of seva, how they can, satisfy Supreme Lord? That is the main question. That's why Bhagavan speaking, Aham Bhakta Paradhino Evo, Aham Bhakta Paradhino Hi Asatantra Evo Dijo. Though we know Advaikan Tattva is not under any control of anybody, but still, he is surely under the control of pure devotees, Aham Bhakta Paradhino. Without understanding the Baba of Supreme Lord, how devotees can serve? That is the main question. If I cannot understand the heart of Supreme Lord, then how I can serve? That is the main question. So, we are sure that Bhagavan is Antaryami. Bhagavan is Antaryami, Bhagavan can know everything. And those devotees, they can also understand the heart of devotee, heart of Bhagavan. Bhagavan is Antarjami, Bhagavan can know everything, we know. Bhagavan can understand everything. But one special thing is there. Devotees, they can understand the heart of Bhagavan. That is the main thing. So, Bhavapavarga Brahmato Yada Bhavit Janasya Tarhi Achyuta Sassamagama. Satsangama Jarhi Tadaiva Sadagato Paravaresha Tvai Jayate Mati, or somewhere it is written Rati. Okay. Actually, Jivatma is a single spark of, just like a single spark of fire. Chit Surjo. Bhagavan is Chit Surjo, spiritual sun. And in Upanishad it is compared that those teeny jivas, infinitesimal jivas, they are just like a spark of fire or rays coming from photon particle coming from sun. Though Jivatma is a very infinitesimal chit particle, but still it can be compared with a single spark of fire. Why? A single spark of fire in contact with the inflammable object can ignite, a raging conflagration capable of consuming the entire world. Is possible. Though it is spark, very small, it can be compared with the spark of fire. I mean, Tulsidas ji speaking, many times before I told, Sadguru mile bhed batave gyan kare upadesh, kaila ka maila shuti jat aankh kare pravesh. Previous days I was discussing how Bhagavan trying his best to give a Sarup Shakti Kripa to all Jivatmas through devotees. So, a single spark of fire in contact with inflammable object can ignite, I told. Similarly, a jiva who attains the ultimate object Krishna Prema, divine love of Krishna, can inundate the entire universe with Krishna Prema. Is possible. Though very small particle, Chiratma, but is still, all those previous days I was discussing, Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, Krishna going to provide different kind of opportunities to bonded soul. Though bonded soul, they are not ready to do bhajan still. Krishna going to provide the different kind of facilities, opportunities, right from this material ahankar up to ekdam Krishna prema, high stage of Bhava. Krishna giving different kind of chance to bonded soul. If at all they can take this kind of chance, they can come out successful. With this hope, Krishna is always trying his best. But Anadi Bahirmukh, for infinity pure Jivatma averse to Krishna Seva. Previous day also I was discussing one sloka from Bhagavatam. Janasya Krishnad Vimukhasya Daivad Adharma Silasya Sudukkitasya Anugruhayeha Charanti Nunam Bhutani Bhavyani Janardanasya. Those are messengers of Supreme Lord, those personal associates of Supreme Lord, Janardan, they are traveling around this material world in search of such a Jivatma who is little bit, in favor of Krishna bhajan. Janasya Krishnad Vimukhasya Daiva. Adharma Silasya Tudukita. They are, they cannot get any chance to do bhakti, Krishna Seva, eternal Seva. Krishna Bhuli Shei Jiv Anadi Vairmukh. Ataib Mayatare Day Krishna. Mayatare Day Sangsarati Du. We are speaking this philosophy, but we'll have to practically feel. We'll have to do bhajan, nam bhajan, go into deep meditation, and we'll have to feel all this practically. Not that philosophically we can only discuss, not that. Practically we like to feel. So, though Jivatma infinitesimal, still, Janasya Krishnat Vimukhasya Daimat, those who are averse to Krishna, those are messengers of Supreme Lord, personal associates of Supreme Lord. They are traveling around in search of such a jiva whom they can bestow kippa. So many cases I can give example from Bhagavatam. Chittaketu Raja, is a big king. He was not doing Krishna bhajan. Materially attached in kingdom, affluences, everything. So many wives, but there is no children, no baby. So ultimately, by the mercy of Naradji Maharaj, he came to know. He came to know the absolute truth. This way, actually, first of all, he was asking for the blessing so that he can get a baby. So, he was successful. Angira Rishi, and ultimately, finally came Naradji and Angira Rishi. So, the baby going to leave body, then after that he was mad, just. Materially attached, na? Tavad bhayam davinadeho suhit nivitvam tavat soka spriha paribhava vipulas chalovaha. This sloka I discussed many times. Tavad bhayam davinadeho suhit nimittam. You are going to feel fear. Always you are going to fear. I can lose money. I can lose position. I can lose this, that. Tavad bhayam. Dravina dehu sweet for this material body, position, properties. Always you have some kind of unknown force. Some time of unknown, fear falling. Tavad bhayam dravina dehu sweet nimita. Tavas priha paribhava vipulas chalova. Huge amount of greed. All the time falling. Ultimately, when the boy going to die, then king was crying in such a way so that he is also going to leave body. Finally, Angira Rishi and Naraji Maharaj bestow kippa on him, and same case, like Sivas Pandit going to leave, Sivas Pandit, his, son going to leave body, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asking that Jivatma, Jivatma, again Mahaprabhu calling this Jivatma. And Jivatma coming and enter again this body, and Mahaprabhu asking, hey Jivatma, why you are going to leave this body? As soon as Jivatma speaking, well, my connection is over here. Up to this point, I was in connection with this family. Now this connection is over, I will have to fly to some other place. Jivatma entering this body, dead body, and speaking. And Mahaprabhu wanted to establish this tattva, that according to karma fall, Jivatma wandering around this material world, here and there. Actually, Jivatma has no connection with this matter. I already told Maya, but still, Jivatma is always in problem. Same case here, Chittaketu Raja crying, and finally Naradji Maharaj Angira Rishi came here to give Tattva Gyan to this Chittaketu Raja. And there also Jivatma coming inside his dead body, and that Jivatma speaking. That now here my connection is over, I will have to fly to some other place. This way, when Chittaketu Raja could see and see this, see this thing, then automatically the Gyan came inside her heart. And those rishis giving kripa to him, and finally he was Tattva-jnani, big. He was enjoying the leadership of all Vidyadhar. He was enjoying the total, leadership of Vidyadhar. Oh, great, Sankarsan, he could take darshan of Sankarsan giving kripa. So Shankar Bhagavan and Chittaketu Maharaj, both of them are the disciples of Sankarsan Bhagavan. Sankarsan. Anyway, this way is possible. Bonded soul in Maya cannot realize what power can come. They cannot realize. Here actually we are going to discuss this point, that Janasya Krishnat Vimukha Adharma Sila Anugrahayeha is reading affirmative, giving guarantee. Anugrahayeha, surely to give kripa, to bestow kripa on bonded soul, those associates of Bhagavan, they are traveling here and there to help bonded soul, to help bonded souls to get bhakti. Here also, Baba Varga, it is Muchukundo. You heard the name of Muchukundo. Muchukundo, praying in front of Supreme Lord, and he is one kind of prayer. Baba Varga Brahmato Jada Bhavet Janasya Tarhi Achyuta Satsamaga. Here is some speciality of this sloka. Baba Varga Brahmato Jada Bhavet Janasya Tarhi Achyuta Satsamaga. Satsangama Jarhi Tadaiva Sadagatu Paravara Ishetvai Jayatri. Krishna Bhaktir Janmamul Hoy Sadhu Sangha. This is also going to prove this point. When the material life of a wandering soul, when the material life of a wandering soul has come to an end, O Chuta, that Jiva can attain the association of your devotees. And when that Jivatma get the association of pure devotees, then and there awakens a mood of devotion. Like one fire, I can give example also, maybe you forget, you forget, maybe some days before I was discussing, though this discussion I will have to do again, Acharya Aranir Adyo Sad Anteva Ushi Uttararani Tat Sandhyanam Pravachanam Vidya Sandhi Sukhavaha. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is going to speak to Uddhav. The Guru is the wooden base, one wooden base. And the disciple is the upper wooden piece on the top. And Aprakita Harikatha from the lotus mouth of a powerful acharyas, practicing acharyas, sadhu, can act as a kindling stick. And transcendental knowledge can manifest inside the heart of that disciple. I mean, two wooden piece dry, if you go on friction, then you can find some fire can come out. Forest fire, this way, forest fire taking place, you know already, you have experience, I think. I have seen in Vrindavan, long ago I was taking, that time temperature was around 45, 47, so high temperature. Suddenly there was some dry, due to Lu means hot air blowing. And all trees their friction, due to friction, all trees are dry wooden pieces are there, and due to strong wind, they are going to get the chance to, get friction. And after that, suddenly fire coming out. It is called forest fire, this way coming out. So this point I can discuss after, but still I give this example. The example, potency is already there in Jivatma. Only you need the help of Sadguru, Vaishnava, their idealism, a glowing example. So by watching them, if you are going to get kripa, then surely you can get a spiritual fire inside your heart. That's the same thing I was speaking. I was giving a single spark of fire in contact with an inflammable object can ignite. I was speaking. Same thing. This way actually you can understand. Though potency is there, but automatically Jivatma cannot start bhakti. Sarup Shakti Vritti cannot come automatically. Sarup Shakti Vritti cannot come automatically. That I was discussing previous Harikatha. Acharya Aranir Adyaha Swad Antevashi Uttararani Tat Sandhyanam Pravachanam Vidya Sandhi Sukhavaha. This way, just like forest fire, one wooden log, dashing, pushing, friction going on, suddenly fire can come out. This way, the Guru is the wooden base one, and the disciple is the upper wooden piece, a lower wooden piece, this one, Guru base, and Aprakita Harikatha from the lotus mouth of a powerful Acharya, practicing Acharya sadhu, can act as a kindling stick, and the transcendental knowledge, spiritual fire, which can bring Aprakita Sukhanubhuti inside the heart of the disciple. The kindling stick means glowing fire of aprakita sevanubhuti. Try to understand. The kindling streak means glowing fire of aprakita sevanubhuti. Because what? Gurudev or Vaishnava, what they can give? They can inculcate the actual sevanubhuti. They are serving Supreme Lord all the 24 hours, continuously, non-stop. They are enjoying doing seva. And this direct feeling, Gurudev can inculcate inside the heart of the devotees. I mean, disciple, inclined disciple. Follow. Aprakita subhas, sevanubhuti. The direct feeling of aprakita seva can touch the heart of disciple from the heart of Gurudev. If there is no love, no prema, how you can do seva? So it's one kind of, contagious disease. So many examples there in Bhagavatam. Without the help of Guru Vaishnava, without the kripa of pure Guru Vaishnava, it is not possible for us to get the kripa of Sarup Shakti. Is the arrangement of Supreme Lord. We'll have to get it. In 7th canto also, same, like the sloka I previously speak, Janasya Krishna Vimukosya Daivad Adharma Sulasya Sudukhitasya Anugrahayeho Charanti Nunam Bhutani Bhavyani Janardanasya. Same thing. In 7th canto, Prahlad Maharaj speaking, Naishanmati stavaduru kramangim sprishyatanarthapagamo jadartho mahiyasam padarajo visekam Niskinchananam no brinito javat. Follow. So many sloka you can get. Ruhu ganaistat tapasana yati nache jaya nirvapanad grihadva no chandasanaiva jalagni surjair bina mahat padarajo visekam. It is from 5th canto. So you see in Naishang Matistavad Urukramangis, Naishang Matistavad Urukramangring Speshati, Anarthapagamo Yadartho, Mahiya Sampadarajo Vishekam, Niskinchananam no Brinito Javat. Persons who are absorbed in bodily identification, busy with material things, those who fail to understand the necessity to free themselves from materialistic habits, they are not feeling any necessity to go out of Maya, and who not going to take the dust particle from the lotus feet of Guru Vaishnava, to take bath, they cannot understand. If they have the chance to take dust particle from the lotus feet of great devotees who are fully detached from mundane sense objects, for such persons, there is no possibility that their consciousness can touch the glories of Sri, they cannot touch Urukramangring. Urukram means Krishna. If they are not going to get the chance to take bath by the dust particle from the lotus feet of pure devotees, Urukramangring, Urujar Kram, Uru means huge, infinitely powerful, Bhagavan. In respect of Leela, in respect of power, all. So they cannot touch, they have no power to touch the lotus feet of Krishna. They cannot. Naishang mati stavat urukramangin speshati. They can do so many things. They can show so many capacity, efficiency, but until and unless they are going to take kripa from the lotus feet of those pure devotees, Naishang mati stavat urukramangin speshati anartha, so that all anartha can go away. If you are going to take dust particle from the lotus feet of Guru Vaishnava, in Chaitanya Charitamrita already written, Uchishta Prasadam of Guru Vaishnava, water was of the lotus feet of Guru Vaishnava and the dust particles, Bhakta Bhukta Avashesh, Bhakta Pada Jal, Bhakta Pada Renu, Tin Bhajaner Ball. These three are huge, powerful, can give you immense power. All anartha can go away, and you can get the chance to understand the glories of Sri Krishna. I mean, you can start seva. Our Ruhu Ganesh, same thing in 5th canto. Ruhu Ganesh tattapasana yati nachit jaya nirvapanat gihatva no chandasa noiva jalagni surjoir bina mahat padarajovisekam. O Ruhugan, Bhagavan cannot be known by any amount of austerities of penances. Same thing Mahaprabhu speaking to Suklambar Brahmachari. What do you think? You are drinking milk, so you think you can get the kippa of Bhagavan? What do you think? Mahaprabhu speaking to Suklambar, even those Asura, they are also doing austerian penance. So what? Asura top kare, tahi ki ba fall. Hiranyakasipu doing tapasya, na bhutam, na bhavishwati. So, this way Mahaprabhu chiding. He wanted to chastise this, Suklambar Brahmachari. You think you are drinking milk, you are doing austerian penances, so you can get kippa of Bhagavan, take darshan of Bhagavan? What do you think? Oh Ruhugan, Bhagavan cannot be known by any amount of austerities or finance, or by worship, or by giving one's home, going to leave home, want to enter into renounced order, nor indeed by living or by leading household life. Nothing. No way. He cannot get a kippa. Ruhu ganestat tapasana yati no chejjaya nirvapanat grihadva no chandasa noiva jalagni surjoi no chandasa. Bhagavan, he cannot be known by reciting simply Vedas, nor by worshipping the demigods like sun god, moon god, water, Jal Devata, Varun Dev, Surya Dev. Follow. There is only a single chance. There is the only way open. As long as one does not get the scope to take dust particle from the lotus feet of pure Guru Vaishnava, great saintly devotees, till then one cannot achieve any result from all those other activities of bhajan. They can try their best, but surely they can come out successful. This way one cannot maximum up to sattic level. They can even go up to the level of pure sattic. Okay, still, pure sattic level they can go. Everybody speaking is very nice devotee, great devotee is there. So rules and regulations, so purity is maintained, all okay. But still, without the kippa of pure Guru Vaishnava, on those ancient days, primitive, very long ago, primitive, those forest men, they used to discover fire. After that, they used to protect fire in some place, because by the help of fire, they used to take so many advantage. This way, one contact of fire is 100% necessary. Maybe condition is very favorable, you are sattvic so high, you can, sadhai, adhai, nirodhai, you are doing everything. But still, without getting a source of fire, spiritual fire, how you can ignite? How you can get spiritual fire inside your heart? Follow. What we can expect from pure Guru Vaishnava? You cannot expect a nice piece of lecture from Guru Vaishnava, because they are not professor, lecturer. You cannot expect nice of language from them, because they are not languagist. Then what you can expect from them? The direct feeling of seva, they already have inside their heart. That we can expect from Guru Vaishnava. They can give a spark so that I can also, ignite. Spiritual fire can take place inside my heart. Loveful fire of seva mood. So here is some speciality in this sloka. Bhava pavarga bhamato jada bhavet janasya tarhi achyuta satsamagamaha satsangamajarhi tadaiva sadagato paravareshe tvai jati matihi arati. When the material life of a wandering soul has come to an end approximately, O Achyuta, the Jivatma then can get the association of your devotees. And when that Jivatma can get association with them, pure association, then and there awakens in her. Jivatma is feminine gender, so I can use her. So there awakens in her devotion unto you. Unto mean, you mean Supreme Lord. And follow. When the material life of a wandering soul has come to an end, O Achyuta, see, the Jivatma can attain the association of your devotees, get the scope, get the association of your devotees, and when she associates with them, there awakens in her devotion unto you. The lotus feet of Supreme Lord, who is the goal of our devotee. What is the ultimate goal of pure devotees? Supreme Lord, who is the goal of the devotees and the Lord of all causes and their effects. Bhava paparaka bhamato jada bhavet janasya tarhi achyuta satsamagamaha satsangama jarhi tadaiva sadagatu paravarayishe tvai jayate ruti. It's a very important thing. It may be questioned, there can be one question, when will bhakti, one question can come inside our heart, when will bhakti, which destroys all sufferings and bestows all bliss, appear? This question. Then here, question, answer given here. This question is answered in this verse. Muchukunda speaking, Ho Achyuta. Muchukunda speaking, Ho Achyuta. When wanderings, spirit souls, bondage in this material existence is going to be destroyed. Muchukunda speaking, Ho Achyuta, when wandering spirit souls, bondage in this material existence is going to be destroyed, she gets the association of merciful sadhus. Satsangamaha, merciful sadhus. Their heart always going to melt. They are so merciful. Merciful sadhus, satsangamaha. Then that Jivatma, she gets the association of merciful sadhus, satsangamaha. Here, very spectacular thing, those who are reading Vyakaran, Sanskrit, they can understand more clearly. The word tadaiva, tadaiva means, tadaiva means then. The word tadaiva means then and only then. Tadaiva means, those who have basic conception of Sanskrit, for them I am speaking, tada eva. Tadaiva means tada eva. Tada means then, eva means affirmative. Only and only then. The word tadaiva means then and only then. In this verse, when jarhi and then tada are spoken in regard to a broad conception of time. In this verse, jarhi and tada, in this verse, when means jarhi, when, jarhi and then tada are spoken in regard to a broad conception of time. Follow. In a more accurate description of time, it would be more proper to say that saintly association come first and cessation of material existence come afterwards. We should speak this way. Long ago, I was giving you some conception of present time. I was giving, you can remember. Conception of present time. Actually, if you calculate, nothing is present. We are always applying some, some extended, conception, broad conception. Actually, present, P-R-E-S-E-N-T, P, when I speak, Then the P already gone in the book of past. P, when I speak, gone past. R, gone past. So present tense is so fine, so fine. We are always using it in X. Where you are living? You are living here. So, in this verse, when Jarhi and then Tada are spoken in regard to a broad conception of time, in a more precious way, if you like to speak, in a more accurate description of time, it would be more proper to say that saintly association comes first, and the cessation of material existence come afterwards. Material sangsar going away afterward. First, sadhu sangha is prior need, first of all. The cause and effect I was discussing, you can remember. Cause and effect. When I am discussing in science cause and effect, karya karan, in Sanskrit, karan karya, cause and effect. If cause is not there, effect where from you get? Follow. Cause and effect is, related to each other. So, cessation of material existence come afterwards. Since they are respectively the cause and the effect. Karya karan, cause and effect, if you discussed, first of all you will have to speak more clearly. That first of all you are going to cut your sansar, or first of all you are going to get association. Well, Maharaj, it is written, it is more accurate description of time. In a more accurate description of time, it would be more proper to say that saintly association comes first, and then cessation of material existence comes afterwards. Since they are respectively, first one is cause, and the second one is the effect. I mean, material sangsar going, I am going to cut the desire for material sangsar, affinity gone. A second time, first is sadhu sangha, cause and effect, karya karan. But why it is written just opposite? Now our question is that, why in this sloka it is just written opposite? What can be the reason? However, because the effect happens so quickly, try to understand. Cause and effect when happening almost simultaneously. Lavamattu sadhu sange sarvasiddhi hoy. Lavamattu sadhu sange, fraction of second sadhu sangha, even a fraction of second sadhu sangha is more than enough. Lavamattu. 1 second divided by 11. 1 second divided by 11, that much time is more than sufficient for you or me, bonded soul, to get Krishna Prema even. Bhaktivinoda Thakur giving explanation. So what to speak more? That much time is also very fraction. 1 second divided by 11. I mean almost within twinkling of eyes. Everything can happen. So, Sukadev Goswami, under the guidance of Vasudev Goswami, is speaking this way. Why? Because, however, because the effect happens so quickly, almost within no time gapping. When karya and karan, cause and effect, going to happen within no time interval. Simultaneously, it is happening. However, because the effect happens so quickly, the effects is mentioned even before the cause to emphasize the quickness. How quickly and rapidly, I mean, we almost within no time gapping, it is happening. To give this kind of idea, This way it is written. Is one kind of technique in grammar. However, because the effect happens so quickly, the effects is mentioned even before what to speak. First of all, you have to speak cause, then effect. But here it is just opposite written. Just the effect is mentioned even before the cause, to emphasis, to give, importance of this word. So quickly, to emphasize the quickness. This is an example of the fourth type of extreme statement known as Atishayakti. It is one kind of art in grammar, in literature. When somebody going to give so much importance to one word, this is an extreme example of a fourth type of, this is an example of the fourth type of extreme statement known as Atishayakti. Very, very, with, in exaggerated form, to give much more importance, they are speaking. That's why effect is first speaking, then cause is after. Follow. A statement in which the logical order of cause and its effect is reversed. A statement when some poet or writer going to write in such a way is going to represent one in sentence. A statement in which the logical order of a cause and its effects is reversed, just opposite, should be understood as Atishayakti. Emphasis by extreme assertion. The Vaishnava Tosani explained, Vaishnava Tosani explained, Vishwanath Chakravarti quoting this point, the Vaishnava Tosani going to explain the word Sadgatau. Sadgatau means goal of the sant. Follow. What is the goal of those sadhu? Those are pure sadhu, what is their goal? They are kapat sadhu, their goal is separate. But those who are pure devotee, surely their goal is the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. I am sure about it. Any other goal, if present, then he is not a real sadhu. So surely, one and a single goal for sadhu, lotus feet of Supreme Lord. Those, this word sadhagato means goal of sadhu. Tadaiva sadhagato. I mean, in him, whose shelter are the devotees. Bhagavan, without the shelter of Bhagavan, those devotees cannot stay. They are already inclined to Supreme Lord. In him, I mean in Bhagavan, lotus feet, those shelters are the devotees. This is shown in such phrases as Secha Mayaso. Bhagavan, somebody can start argument. The Bhagavan is omnipresent, Bhagavan is, willful. Janmadasya yato anmayaditarasarta savigya sarat. Is sarat is not under the control of anybody. So how we can say, by the mercy of sadhu, why you cannot speak that by the mercy of Bhagavan? This is the point. Because Bhagavan is Sechamaya. Sechamaya is going to reserve the full right of his own power, everything. Whatever he like to do, willpower is there. already reserved with Supreme Lord. So if somebody going to speak this way, then the point is there. Actually, it is the arrangement of Supreme Lord. Nobody can get control over Supreme Lord. It is true. But it is the arrangement of Supreme Lord that Bhagavan is always controlled by pure devotees. Bhagavan going to sell himself to devotees. Many times Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya you can find. Many times Mahaprabhu speaking to some devotees, I am actually sold to you. I am actually sold to you. You can sell me anywhere. Follow. Also you can remember Advaita Gosai going to Advaita Gosai Mahavishnu. He is going to worship the Supreme Lord. He is also Swayamrup Bhagavan. He is going to call Krishna. In that case, it is written in Gautamiya Tantra, one sloka. Tulsidal Matrena, there is one sloka. Advaita Gosai Abhivaptiti coming, we have to discuss. Tulsidal Matrena Jalosya Chalukenava Brikrinita Samatmanamat Bhaktebba Bhaktavassala. Follow, Gautamiya Tantra. From this source, Advaita Gosai is going to watch one sloka. That Tulsi Dala Matrena Jalasya Chalokenava. By also Tulsi Dal, Tulsi Manjari. Advaita Gosai watching, it is written that Tulsi Dala Matrena Jalasya Chalokenava. With Gangajal and Tulsi leaf you are going to offer unto the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. Bhagavan become restless. How to pay him? Bhagavan like to sell himself in front of that devotee. Of course, if he is doing with, Niskinjan Bhakti, if he is has so many, he is very powerful, rich, then he should not imitate. So it is written, Tulasidala matrena jalasya chalukenava vikrinite sumatmanam bhaktebba bhaktavassala. A bhaktavassal Bhagavan, if somebody going to give some water and Tulsidal, Niskinjan devotee going to, then Bhagavan thinking, how I can sell myself in front of that devotee. So it is true, Bhagavan can never be controlled by anybody. But still, it is also true, Bhagavan can only be controlled by pure devotees. Follow. Bhagavan can only. So actually everything Krishna does, everything depends upon the desire of Krishna. But still, the desire of devotees is more important. Actually, everything Krishna does is initiated by the desire of his devotees. Jada jada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranayo sadhunam vinasayascha duskritam sambhavami yuge yuge. Here it is Vishwanath Chakravarti giving explanation that to save devotees, paritranayo sadhunam. Now Vishwanath Chakravarti giving explanation, those sadhu, they are not going to pray anything in front of Krishna. Please save me. This also they cannot say. Vishwanath Chakravarti speaking, if suppose somehow some pure devotee is speaking out, by chance, it is not his habit, by chance, he cannot speak, he is not habituated. Follow. Visajala payad bala rakshasad, this sloka in Gopi Gita. Visajala payad bala rakshasad, vaidutanalat. From thunderbolt, from poison water, from fire, all the time you are saving. But the devotee not going to, because they are not. But still, Vishwanath Goswami, Anugrah, those sadhus, they are never going to speak that way. Then what can be the reason? The devotee never pray anything. Then Vishwanath was speaking that the devotee, they want to get rescue from the ocean of separation, painful separation, Bijinarnavat. In Sanskrit we say Bijinarnavat, the painful experience of separation. That's why, save me from this painful ocean of, separation. This is speaking. So ultimately it is written, actually everything Krishna does is initiated by the desire of devotees. When you can remember, when Brahma, all demigods, they are going to pray, Bhagavan will say, well, I know, you go, I am going to take birth, I can incarnate, I can come. So, therefore, his mercy is also dependent on the saintly devotees. There is no mistake in Siddhanta. Actually, everything Krishna does is okay. Actually, everything Krishna does is initiated by the desire of his devotees. Therefore, his mercy is also dependent on the saintly devotees. In this phrase, sadgatau, this word, it is implied in this phrase, the sadgatau. It is implied that Krishna is not the gati, the goal of those non-devotees, asat. Those were asat, impious asat. In this phrase, sadgato, going to indicate for sadhu, it implies that Krishna is not the goal, gati, of those who are asat. Follow, natural people. This word. This means that Krishna's mercy can be received only when a succession of previous sands has been established. What I mean to say, you can remember, I was speaking that day, that parampara dhara, kripa, through parampara coming to us. Follow what I say. This means, is one kind of parampara shakti, kripa, also can come. If there is no parampara, then a breakage. This means that Krishna's mercy can be received only when a succession of, previous sons has been established. It doesn't arise all by itself. Sometime, it does not arise all by itself. Sometime in the past. The point is confirmed in the second sloka also. Second sloka also, they are same sloka just after. Bhavapa varga bhamato yadat bhavijjanasya tarhi achyuta sassamagamaha sassangamajarhi tadaiva sadagato paravareshe tvai jayate matihi arhatihi. Another slok, just like slok, Muchukunda speaking, Swayam samuttirjo sudustwaram duman bhavarnavam bhimam adabhro sohida bhavat Bhavat padam boru, Bhavat padam boruhon na navamatro te nidhayo yataha sadanugroho bhavanu. Swayam samuttirjo sudustaram duman bhavarnavam bhima madabhro sohidaha Bhavat padambo ruho navamatro te nidhayo yataha sadanugroho bhavanu. O Lord, who resembled the shining sun, you are always ready to fulfill the desire of your devotees. And therefore, you are known as Banchakalpataru. You are known as wish-yielding tree. Therefore, you are known as wish-yielding tree, Banchakalpataru. When acharyas completely take shelter, be careful. When acharyas, only those acharyas, be careful. When acharyas completely take shelter under your lotus feet, in order to cross over this fearful ocean of material world, they leave behind on earth the method by which, by method by which they already crossed. And because you are very merciful to your other devotees, so you accept this method to help. Try to understand. Like the example in 10th canto, 11th canto also, there is written that this body, can be compared with a boat. And Guru is a crewman who is going to help us. Nideha madhyam sulabam sudurlabam plavam gurukarnudharam. You can remember this sloka I discussed many times before. So it is, Bhagavan is so merciful that previous acharyas, big sadhus, how they are going to cross this material ocean. By the help of bhakti, they are going to give this kind of glowing example. They are going to set one remarkable example in front of us, so that we can also get inspiration to cross over the material ocean. We can get inspiration. Follow what I say. All our previous Guru Varga, they are doing seva in nice way, so nice way, practicing acharyas. Same way. Nideha madhyam sulabam sudurlabam Guru Karnadharam. This sloka you should remember. This way they are going to cross over the material. They are going to see, they are going to show us that this is the procedure. My son, this is the procedure. So you can follow same procedure as I was following. So this way you also, I am showing you how to cross over this material ocean. You can very easily cross over. You can go away. Why you are waiting? This way you can also cross over this material ocean. So always, if somebody is going to speak that bhakti is impossible to get, there is no sadhu at all, he is actually Mayavadi. He should not speak this way. He should not speak this way, because he wants to prove that Jagannath is so weak that Jagannath has no power to keep even one sadhu in this material world, so that we can get the chance to cross over the material world. Bhagavan is so, you are going to prove, na? Those who are Mayavadi, they like to prove. This is their evidence. They like to prove that Bhagavan is very weak. Mayavadi. Bhagavan has no power. Bhagavan cannot keep even one sadhu, so that we can see one example, glowing example, idealism, and we can get inspiration and cross over the material world. What do you mean to say? We should not speak this way. Always there is sadhu. Prabhupada told, Bhakti Vinod Dara kakhono avaruddha hobe na. Bhakti Vinod Dara can never be extinct. Never stop. Somehow, maybe you cannot see, you are blind. Maybe you are blind, you cannot see, but Bhaktivinoda Tara is always there. Always should be there, was sadhu. If you have some politics, you have some properties and laws account, if you are thinking about personal pratishtha, then you cannot see. This personal pratishtha, personal interest can make you blind. You cannot see, practicing acharya is not there. You can pass this kind of remark. Also, Bhagavan is there always with, Bhagavan is always there with Jivatma. Bhagavan is always there with Jivatma. Also, Bhagavan going to send Sadhu Guru Vaishnava practically to show the example. Like about Prahlad Maharaj, Bhagavan speaking. If somebody going to ask me, Nishingadev speaking, Prahlad, if somebody going to ask me that you give one example of your devotee, I like to refer your name. No, Prahlad Maharaj. Nishingadev speaking. I can give you your example. Madhbhakta Pratirupa Drik. Madhbhakta Pratirupa. How your disciple is like. We like to see. Then I can quote your name, refer your name. Madhbhakta Pratirupa Drik. We are really, we have no gratefulness. You see, all the time Bhagavan trying to send his Dham, Nam, devotees, Leelas, Ganga, Jamuna, everything, all devotees, all facilities. Not only that, but also Bhagavan going to sit inside the heart of everybody as Paramatma. Follow. Bhagavan is also staying inside the heart of Paramatma. I can discuss this point, that Paramatma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing, that in the form of Paramatma, Aniruddha Vishnu going to stay in the heart of everybody as super soul. Paramatma. By the Paramatma, this is also Bhagavan, actually we can prove that Paramatma, Bhagavan, Aniruddha Vishnu coming in the form of Paramatma inside the heart of everybody, but this is also not eternally present. Only one kind of Paramatma Vaibhav. Paramatma Vaibhav. We are going to see Paramatma Vaibhav. Bhagavan can manifest in the form of, Paramatma, but this is also eternal feature is not there. Only inside creation, when creation takes place, Bhagavan, creation and inside the heart of Jivatma already there all the time. And in this material world, manifestation of Bhagavan in the form of Paramatma is also not long-lasting. In this material world, Jivatma with Jivatma eternally present, because Jivatma is Chit Atma, spiritual constituent, Chit particle. In material world, actually, this is one kind of Vaibhav. Bhagavan going to express his Vaibhav, Paramatma Vaibhav. In Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami writing. Follow. And this material world, we think very active because of this Chidatma present. Chidatma, like I give the example of electricity. If electricity is not there, meshing is there, everything is there, meshing cannot run. Electricity, you cannot touch, you cannot see. Electricity, you cannot see. But electricity is there, immense power. So without electricity, a factory cannot go. Everything there, director is there, raw material there, or foreman there, engineer there, laborers there, all ready. But factory not running. Why? But Maharaj, there is no electricity. All arrangement there, everything there, all infrastructure, everything okay. All ready, but still without current, nothing. Similarly, Prakriti is this nature. When I can discuss about this creation, mystery of creation. there you can see that matter, this nature is matter, total. In contact with Jivatma or Chidatma, it seems the Prakriti has life. This way, this Prakriti, material nature, Durga acting. She is, Prakriti Kriyamanani. Prakriti, how? Prakriti by the help of the Satarajatama, it is also matter. But Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunakarma, by the indication of this Maya, three modes of nature, Jivas, they are dancing according to a gesture. They have nothing to do, as if puppet on a chain. How nice. Bhumi rapa analo vayu khang mano buddhi revacha ahankar iti yang me prakriti rastata. Your mind, you are thinking is also matter, but you are not ready to agree. Your brain, buddhi, you are going to take this, is also matter. Bhagavan speaking, all matter, material thing, but it seems has a magical spell in your life. You are controlled by these three modes of nature, this, that. So, Bhagavan is so merciful, that they should not complain. They should not blame Supreme Lord. That's why I am discussing this point. From Setasvatar Upanishad, 4th part, 6, and also in Mundak Suti, 3.1.1. Rigbed also, 1 stroke 164.21. Sloka, same sloka. Shetasva 4 and 6. 4 stroke 6. 4 chapter 6 sloka. It is written, very famous sloka, everybody knows. Da Suparna Sajuja Sakhaya Samanam Briksham Parisajvate Tayoranno Pippalam Swad Atti Anasnan Anne Avi Chakasiti. Da Suparna Sajuja Sakhaya Samanam Briksham Pari Sajjate Tayoranyaha Pippalam Swad Atti Anasnan Anne Abhichakasiti. What I mean to say, two birds from Gita, perhaps you have gone through Gita, Urdhamulam Adho Sakham, this Bhuvanadrum, in Bhagavatam it is Bhuvanadrum. This material world is one kind of tree. How many branches this, that, and the root is there up. Urdhamulam Adho Sakham. All branches and trees, usually trees are there in upright position. Fruits and flower up, and the branches and roots are there down in the ground. But here just opposite. Sangsharadrum. The material sansara is compared with a tree. And the root is there up, or branches. Branches there, trees, leaf and branches. So, the Suparna Sajuja is one kind of tree. Material sansar is compared with a tree. Kiradaka Sai Vishnu. And the jivas are residing in this temporary body. Follow what I say. Puranjan, you can remember, someday I was discussing. Very nice, Puranjan. Puranjan, Naradji Maharaj is going to discuss about this Puranjan. It is fictitious story. But still it is not fictitious. Follow. You try to understand why I speak this way. You cannot catch sky, but you cannot ignore the conception of sky. Maharaj, sky is there. A sky is there, conception of sky. But you can catch sky, you cannot sky. But sky is there, you cannot deny. Mind is there, you cannot catch. So many things, there. So you cannot deny. Impossible for you to deny. Existence there we cannot touch. Follow what I say. So Puranjan, though externally you can find one very nice story, but has some link with practical, science of this life. Puranjan, one Jivatma going to take shelter into a nice body, nice beautiful lady, woman or man, handsome man. Nobody can realize that way. I am mad. I am going to speak this way. The day you can see only Atma, no man, no woman, the day you can see, then I think you are enjoying full Guru Kripa. Without which impossible. We are busy with your material body. If some sickness coming, we break down. Oh, I am sick. Anyway, we are going to live our body. Any amount of medicine, any amount of, care, I can take, I can try, but I cannot live here in this material. It is temporary, all temporary arrangement. Tomorrow I can discuss this point. Shuddha Suparna Sajuja Sakhayam Samanam Briksham Parishajjate. The sloka, Kiradakasai Vishnu and the Jiva, both of them are residing in a temporary body. Like two friendly birds. Like two friendly birds. In Upanishad, in Setasada, in a tree, this body is compared with a tree, and his body, in his tree, there is two birds, one is Paramatma and other is Jivatma. Follow? Like two friendly birds in a pippal tree. Pippal tree, it is written there pippal tree, but we can compare it, these are our temporary body. Anyhow, we cannot protect our body and anything belonging to our bodies. We cannot protect, give protection. Tavad bhayam davinadi hasohit nimityam tavas priha paribhava vipulas chalava. I was speaking now, just 1 hour before. This temporary body, it can be pippal tree. So, there are two birds, they are like two friendly birds in a pippal tree. This can be compared with this material body, temporary body. Of these two birds, one jiva going to eat, or going to take the taste of fruits of this material world, material samsara. Try to follow. There are some very fruits of this, they are going to take the fruits, eat the fruits of the tree according to the karmafal of the Jivatma. According to the karmafal of that Jivatma, Jivatma surely going to get karmafal. Avassameva bhaktavyo pito karmam shubhasubham. Surely will have to take the result of action what you are doing, karma. So, one of those two birds, one, the jiva, going to eat fruits, fruits of the tree, according to her, Jivatma's karmafal. While the other, Paramatma does not taste, eat the fruits, but simply observing Jivatma. Simply observe as a witness only. Only going to stay inside the heart, going to watch, and Paramatma is the eternal friend of Jivatma, but we forget. Always crying. When Jivatma going to face any kind of trouble and problem, so many, all the time, the case of pain and pleasure, any amount, Jivatma getting, Paramatma not going to leave Jivatma. Even when in Vrindavan one Pandit asking me, when Jivatma going to hell, then where Paramatma going? I will say, why? Hell, heaven is applicable only for Jivatma, not for Paramatma. Paramatma Vaibhav, Paramatma is always there. Even when Jivatma going to hell, Paramatma crying, watching the painful situation of the Jivatma and speaking, as if speaking, I never told you to take the risks of, this kind of painful situation. I never told you. But you are yourself, whimsical attitude, you are doing it. So this way, actually, this samsara is just like a peepal tree in which in this material body, peepal tree, two birds are staying. One of those conditioned jiva and others are friends. Ishvara, Paramatma, there. First bird, Jivatma, going to taste, eat the fruits of the tree, while the other bird simply watches her. This means the Jivatma who is bound by Maya performs karma and enjoys the fruits that Ishvara, the Lord of Maya, awards according to the Jiva's karma. Follow. This, you cannot blame for that. That's why in Gita, from Gita also I was discussing, you can remember the sloka, Nadatyaka srijit papam na chaiva sukritim vibhum agyanena avritam jnanam tena muyyanti yantavaha. From Vedanta also I was speaking, though Jivatma, they are going to get their own result of karma, Bhagavan can never be blamed. But surely, one very basic point is there. Karma phal, bija, karma bija is there. Follow, kam bija, karma bija is there. But bija is there. If there is no rainfall and sunlight, how bija can sprout? Not possible. So ultimate cause is Bhagavan. Even Durjodhan going to speak this way. Durjodhan also not going to blame Krishna. Durjodhan, wicked Durjodhan, he is also not going to blame Krishna. Durjodhan speaking that I know what is dharma. Janami dharmam nacha me pravritti, janami adharmam nacha me nivritti, taya risikesa hidistitena yatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi. What does it mean? Even wicked Durjodhan speaking, I know what is dharma, but I have no desire to follow dharma. Janami dharmam nacha me pravritti. I am not my, pravritti is not there. Desire is not there to follow dharma. And janami adharmam. I know what is adharma. But still I cannot avoid doing adharma. I know what is, this is adharma. But still I like to do it. Because according to my previous karma phal, I am doing directly or indirectly, all the controlling is in the hand of Bhagavan. But Bhagavan anyway not going to interfere with the free will of all Jivatma. Many questions coming to me. I am giving answer this way. So, why must Jiva suffer for the sake of Bhagavan's pastime? This question can come. Sometime question coming, why at all Bhagavan going to give them free will? Bhaktivinoda Thakur giving all answer. Why Jivatma or Jiva going to suffer? Why? We know this case, so many, for the Leela of Bhagavan. Joy Vijay already told, Bhagavan is saturated, no desire, nothing. But still Bhagavan going to enjoy, play, want to do Leela. Bir Ras, Joy Vijay coming, to satisfy Supreme Lord. This way, all the time I can giving so many examples. Also, pure devotees, they are not going to blame. They are always thinking, Tomar Shevai Dukha Hayya to Sevta Param Sukh. When devotee is going to serve Bhagavan, if there is any kind of problem, then never Sheva, Sukha, Dukho, Parama Sampad, Nashay Avidyadu. Bhaktivinoda Thakur sometimes in Kirtan writing, na? Pashupakki ve taki, Sarge va niraye tava bhakti rohu bhakti vinod hidaya. It matters little which body is there. That's why it is written, why Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing? Not that only human, this Bhagavad Dharma is so open, so liberal, so, scientific. It is applicable for all Jivatma. Otherwise, Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing, why? I can give example day by day to show you. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing, Pashu Pakki ve taki, birds and beast. Any janma, I can take bird, but Prabhu, I pray you, I like to get bhakti. Pashi Pakki ve taki, sargeva niraye, tava bhakti rohu bhakti vinoda hidaye. Bhaktivinoda Thakur praying. Vittasur also, Indra was just stunned. Indra was just stunned, gone mad to see the devotional mood of Vittasur. Indra was just mad. How it is possible? I see you a demon. A demon, in Tamagun, Radhagun, Tamagun. How you are expressing this kind of tattva, loveful, prayer to Supreme Lord, I go mad. Indra going to ask to Vittasur, how it is possible for you? Indra speaking, Jad asura bhavam bihayo mahapurushatam gataha. I am stunned because Jad asuram bhavam bihayo mahapurushatam gataha. You are in the form of Asur, but you are speaking prayer just like a great devotee. Really so? Yes, Chittakatu is a great devotee, is the disciple of Sankarsan, but is one kind of lila. Is one kind of lila. Jaya Vijaya also coming in the form of Ravan, in Kumbhakarna, this way, Shishupal, Dantapark, all, is one kind of lila. If lila is not there, with whom? If Advaigan Tattva, if you are established in Advaigan Tattva, you should remember, nothing there except Krishna. Really so? Directly, indirectly, there is nothing except Krishna. Infinity diversity also under the control of this Advaigan Tattva. We have no complaint about it. You see, why Devaki Ma going to suffer? All six of her sons were killed by cancer. Why Devaki Ma need to suffer? Why? What can be the reason? She is the mother of Krishna. You cannot put this question. Because devotees, they have no complaint. They understand Advaigan Tattva. They know all by the desire of Krishna. Bonded soul can start weeping, shedding tears. Jamal Arjun, Leela, if Naraji Maharaj, I already just half an hour before I was discussing, Baba Apabar Godisloka. The Sanatana Gosai writing, na? Krishna always going to do anything by the desire of Supreme Lord. So Jamal Arjun going to get cars from Naraji Maharaj. That is also one indication. Naraji Maharaj going to do according to the desire of Krishna. Jaya Vijaya going to get cars from Chatusran by the desire of Krishna. Krishna himself told, Narayan told. When Chatusran speaking, Prabhu, we have done mistake, great mistake, we have done offense, we cars, Prabhu said, no. Your cars is according to my desire. This is my pre-plan. So Jamal Arjun going to suffer, you know. Jamal Arjun going to suffer, but Jamal Arjun going to suffer two sons of Kuber. Kuber, you know, the goddess of riches. Jamal Arjun, as you know, they are in the form of Jamal Arjun Viksha. You know, follow. Nalkubar or Manigrip. Nalkubar, Manigrip. If they are not going to get the curse from Naraji Maharaj, how we can get this kind of teachings? How we can get? Follow. Also, this kind of lila, Jamal Arjun ultimately going to get the kippa. Or you can take the example of, you know, that Indradumna Maharaj was cursed by Agastya Muni to take the body of elephant. Ultimately, it was curse or blessing. It was curse or blessing you speak. It's blessing. Otherwise, how it was possible for that elephant, in the body of elephant, you can remember, the elephant can remember. Jajap paramam japyam prag janmanu sikshitam. Started chanting that mantra. Already he got in previous life. Jajapa paramam japyam prag janmanu sikshitam. Prag janmanu sikshitam. Anusikshitam means he was taught by Guru. Anusikshitam. Not directly teaching. I mean, Guru Kripa was there. Somehow making mistake. It is one kind of lila. It is one kind of lila. Then after that, finally, Jamal Arjun going to take birth as a, Arjun tree in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj in Gokul. Finally, they enjoying Kripa. Follow. Is Kripa. After breaking the two trees, Krishna going to bestow Kripa on them. Hello. And finally you can find so many things, I don't like to discuss so many things. And they also getting the chance to enter into Krishna Lila there. They are singing song in the Sabha of Nanda Maharaj to satisfy Krishna. Madhukanto and Snigdhakantra, two in this stage, they are going to take part. Every day they are going to sing in front of Krishna, the prince of the kingdom, Nanda Maharaj's, son, Krishna Balaram, and they are going to sing. Madhukanda, Snigdhakantra, they are going to sing. So his cards are blessing. Bhaktivinoda want to prove, no. Also Nanda Baba was abducted by Barunji Maharaj. How it is possible, Maharaj? How it is possible? He is the father. Come on, he is the father of Krishna. How dare the workers of Barun Maharaj can abduct Nanda Maharaj? All by the desire of Krishna. Barun and Nanda Maharaj was abducted by Barun Anuchar, servants of Barun, gone there. That is why Krishna get the chance to reach there. Barun going to get Kripa from Krishna. Also this kind of love for father, eternal father of course. Otherwise you can also start loving father than me. So, Barun Katrik, by Barun, he was abducted, this Kaliyadaman. Kalyanag is very terrific poison, and those, cows, coward boys, they fall down there. All the painful situation of those gopikas without cloth after taking bath in Jamuna, in Hemanta autumn, you can remember Bastaran Leela. Prahlad going to undergo so many painful, so many pain. Otherwise, how we can get example? It is one kind of drama. If Prahlad Maharaj not going to say, if there in this material world, there should be policeman, there, if policeman is inactive, policeman is inactive. I heard one country is there, very small country, Netherlands or Switzerland, I don't know, I forget. I forget. There are no need of policemen. They are all controlled. They are civilized. Very, very small country. I forget that name of that land. There is police not. They are already controlled. Yeah, by chance, some police is at all there. They have no danda. No firing, pistol. No, they are controlling like human being. So nice. This way, somebody has to suffer. Somebody has to suffer. They are all, Prahlad going to suffer. So this kind of for the Leela of Nishingadev, otherwise Nishingadev cannot appear. We cannot have this example. So we cannot anyway blame. Jivas possess those jivas, they possess some independence, as I can discuss next day. This is actually a symptom of Bhagavan's Kripa, special mercy upon them, jivas. Why you are thinking opposite way? Inert objects, insignificant objects, all matter here, no life you cannot see. Achaditu Chetan, covered up Chetan is there, trees. Inert objects are very insignificant and worthless, because they have no such independence desire. The jivas had attained sovereignty of the inert world, Mayar Bharta. In Bengali you say, Jivatma, all Jivatma, they want to imitate Krishna. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. All Jivatma, I am also enjoyer. I can also, but what they can enjoy? They can enjoy Prakriti, nature. Body of a woman is also nature. Body of a man also nature. Atma you cannot see, is inside there. So who is going to enjoy whom? Try to understand, play your head. Who is going to whom? Who is going to enjoy whom? Prakriti kiyamanani. Only the false ego, karta aham iti mannati. False. Chidatma, saprakas bhaktu, Chidatma, Jnanamaya Vastu, Chidatma, Prakasmaya Vastu, I already told, full of enjoyment, but apart from this kind of covering coming up Maya, now like mad. Pisachi paile jatha matichanna hoy. Pisachi paile jatha matichanna hoy, Maya baddha jiver hoy, sei bhabudoy. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami speaking, just like a man in normal conditions is very good. When evil spirit going to enter into the body, then he is to like ghost. He's breaking, making this, that, learning here and there. It's very dangerous. Evil spirit already take over the control of the consciousness there already, because you are very weak. If your consciousness is very high, no mantra, tantra, sarayantra, conspiracy, any kind of attempt of black magic cannot act. Provided your Chetan Sakti has gone up very high by the mercy of Guru Kripa. Try to understand and remember. So any Jivatma going to feel that I am the enjoyer of this Prakriti, nature. Nature is not a matter of enjoyment. But you think I can enjoy. That is a disease. Follow. Inert objects are very insignificant and worthless because they have no such independence desire. Willpower is there with Chidatma, I already told, Chit particle. Spontaneous knowledge is there, covered up, all is there. Prakashmay, self-effulgence is there with Jivatma, but all covered up. The Jiva has attained sovereignty, Jiva man, bonded soul, has attained sovereignty of inert world only because of her, Jivatma, independent desire, willpower. I am the enjoyer. That is why. That is the only disease. Misery and happiness are condition of the material mind. Many time before I told, pain and pleasure, you can feel by the help of your material mind. Atma not going to undergo any pain and pleasure, nothing. Eternal enjoyment is already there. Try to remember many times before. You cannot remember. That is the main problem. If I take you minus 20 degree temperature, oh my God, you please take me, I am feeling very, problem here. You cannot stay because you are not habituated. If somebody habituated in minus 20 degree, if I going to put him in Rajasthan, hot place, 46, 47, oh my God, take me there very quickly. So, if something is favorable for you, that is not favorable for another Jivatma. Follow. If there is any fixed conception of pain and pleasure, then it should be common for all. You are feeling comfortable, but I am not feeling comfortable. You are feeling comfortable to take, to get up, maybe 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. But one sadhu not habituated. He is not going to get up 3 o'clock, he feel all my day gone. Habituated. So what is, there is no eternal existence. Try to understand. There is no eternal existence of pain and pleasure, but you are going to give so much importance to this point. Oh, I am feeling pain, I'm sick, I cannot stay this way. Because in bonded condition, it's quite natural. Try to think over and again this point. It is feasible for you, it is not feasible for you. Follow. In Gita, so many today interruption due to internet problem, Hindi Gita explanation was not done. I couldn't do. I'm very sorry. I waste my time, This way, there is in Gita everything. For Rajasic, for Tamasic and Swatik, their habit, their behavior, their food intake habit, everything clarified there in Gita. But Shuddha Sattvic Bhumika one sadhu, what I can expect from Srila Siddhar Goswami Maharaj and Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, surely I cannot expect it from you. Impossible. Follow what I say. So, pain and pleasure, this word is fake term. Fake means, in the material world for this, up to this point is okay. But beyond this material bondage, beyond condition is not applicable. Because no eternal existence. You are going to give so much value to this conception of pain and pleasure. But be sure, no eternal existence of pain and pleasure there. But you are giving so much importance. But whereas you are not giving importance for what your Atma, what your spirit, what your pure soul want to get Krishna Seva, that you are not thinking about. Follow what I say. So, pain and pleasure have no eternal existence, all fake. Only the arrangement of Maya, Sattva-Rajatama Guna, what you are feeling pain, somebody going to feel happy for that. So, inert object, they are insignificant, worthless, because they have no such independence. The Jiva has attained a sovereignty of the inert world. They are to enjoy material world, Prakriti, only because there is Jivatma, they have independent desire. Misery and happiness are condition of the material mind, nothing else. Thus, what we may consider misery is happiness for one Jivatma. Follow. Another Jivatma can be very happy. Since all varieties of material sense gratification finally result in nothing but misery. Jehi sangsparsaja bhogaha, try to understand. Jehi sangsparsaja bhogaha, duksha janaya evate, Adyantavantu kantiyo natishu ramati buddha. Arjun, those who are really intelligent, they never go for sensual enjoyment because they are not full. Jehi sangsparsaja bhogaha duksha jane evate adyantavantu kantiyo natishu ramati. The starting point of your enjoyment, material enjoyment, and the ending point of material enjoyment is there, not eternal. Follow. So, since all varieties of material sense gratification, enjoyment finally result in nothing but misery, materialistic person only achieves suffering, nothing else. So we have no right to blame Krishna. I can go on discussing this point, very important, from different angle. I like to discuss this point. So, this way you see, we have whom to blame? We have nothing to blame. We cannot blame. We are going to get the result of our own karma fall. Bhavapavarga bhamato yada bhavet janasva tarhi achyuta satsamagama satsangama jarhi tadaiva sadagatu paravare setai jayate ratihi vancha kalpataru sikhe pasindu vivacha patitanam pavana vavishnabhyo namo.